Hello and welcome to episode 14 of my A to Z stitch series. We're on N this week and we're learning the nub stitch, which creates these cute tiny bumps. Let's spin the spinner and find out what we're going to make. And it's a coaster. You'll need your yarn of choice, the corresponding hook size, an optional stitch marker, tapestry needle, and a pair of scissors. Begin by making a slip knot, and then you need to chain a multiple of 2 plus 2 for the turning chain. So I'm making 16 chains total for mine. If you divide your total number of chains minus 1, that's how many nubs you'll end up with. So I'll make 7 nubs in each row. Once you're ready to start, turn your chain over so that you're looking at the back bumps. Skip the first and make a single crochet in the second back bump. There we go, and that's all we're going to do for row 1. I'll continue making some with you and then I'll meet you for the next row, but just make one single crochet into every back bump all the way across. Here's my first row all finished. Once you're done, you can chain 1 and turn your work, or you can just turn your work like I'm doing. I personally skip the chain 1 to help keep my edges straight. For row 2, we're going to start and end with a single crochet. So go ahead and make a single crochet in the very first stitch. And now we're going to make a nub stitch. This is super easy and pretty fun. Insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull it through. And now you're going to use this new loop on your hook to chain 3. So yarn over and pull it through. There we go. Then do that again. And one more time. Now you can pull this loop through the first loop on your hook. And that's it. How fun was that? Now we're going to make a single crochet in the next stitch. To help with the 3D effect, try to fold the chain that we just made so it's popping out towards you and hold it off to the side and then make a single crochet in the next stitch. And there it is, just this tiny little bump, so adorable. It kind of reminds me of a bead. Now let's make another nub stitch. Insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull it through, and now chain 3. Try to keep a consistent tension so that your nubs turn out the same size. Once you're done, pull it through the first loop on your hook. Great job, everyone. Now fold it forwards, get it out of the way, and make a single crochet into the next stitch. Ugh, I just love these. So stinking cute. Let's make one more nub together. Insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull it through, and chain 3. Now that you know what's going on, when you're making the third chain, you can pull it straight through the first loop on your hook to complete the stitch in one motion. Finish by folding it and making a single crochet into the next stitch. Keep alternating nubs and single crochets all the way across, ending with a single crochet in the very last stitch, and that's where I'll meet you. Here's row 2 all finished. So cute, great job everyone. When you're finished, you can chain 1 and turn your work, or skip the chain and just turn. And now it's a 2-row repeat from here. For row 3, all we're going to do is make one single crochet in every stitch across. I'll do a few with you and then meet you at the end. Here's the end of row 3. That was easy peasy. When you're ready, make or don't make the chain 1 and then turn your work. Row 4, we're going to be making the nubs again. Start and finish the row with a single crochet and alternate making nubs all the way across. I'll get this row started with you, but I think you got it from here, so next I'll meet you to finish it all up. For a symmetrical look, make sure that your last row is a row of single crochets. Great job, everyone! Here's my finished coaster. I ended up making 13 rows for this, and I think it's so cute. We're going to weave our two ends in through the stitches on the back, just the normal way, nothing special about it. So let's talk about thoughts and ideas while I do that. Cuteness? I think I've made myself pretty clear throughout this tutorial. I think that this is so adorable. Very dainty, delicate, just pretty. I'm a big fan. Now for easiness, you only need to know how to chain and make a single crochet, and the result is something that, in my opinion, looks pretty impressive. This is probably one of the easiest stitches to learn if you're looking for a textured or bumpy crochet stitch pattern. And a mindless 2-row repeat, so what's not to love? Now for project ideas, the short answer is anything and everything. I'd probably avoid using it for amigurumis because there is a little gap that it creates. But everything else that I think of, I think it would be perfect for. Pillow covers, scrunchies, placemats, wall decor, truly endless options. Finally, am I going to reuse or retire? I am going to reuse this over and over and over again. I'm also excited to experiment with different chain lengths to see how that turns out, and I'll definitely use this for cute detailing on projects. I absolutely love this stitch. And that was it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, whether you've been following along for the whole series or just joined for this one. I appreciate it so much. If you want to help support my channel, then a like and a comment goes a long way, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll be posting more stitch tutorials multiple times a week until the end of the year, so don't miss out. But thanks again so much, and as always, happy crocheting and stay lucky. Bye!